having $100 in high school, bro, you're a millionaire basically. That's 10,000 cookies at lunch.
Some people, there's always more. You know what I'm saying? There's more you could do.
I like to do something different. Not necessarily every day, but just like always be working on something different.
Yeah.
And just going to the same place every single morning was killing me mentally.
Bench. Let's just ask him right now. How much do you bench, brother?
Max?
Hit it.
305.
Oh!
It's not
this guy's
it's not lightweight around here. We work out for real.
Yeah.
We were always the top two guys who had the videos that were just like completely different from everybody else as far as photography and videography. It's completely different from everybody else.
Welcome you guys to the Serious Podcast with your host, the one and only Serious Jason. And you guys, this is another Serious Spotlight where we spotlight entrepreneurs, visionaries. We got to spotlight these guys because they're making a difference and they're doing their thing. We got to support them. And so I want to introduce our guest that we have today. He is one of South Florida's established videographers, photographers. He captures moments, experiences, as well as establish your brand identity. His name is Stephan Reese. You guys, make some noise. Make some noise. Woo!
Appreciate you for having me, man. Appreciate you for having me. That was a beautiful introduction, but you practiced that very well.
I practiced that. I got to make sure we introduce correctly, So, Stephan, man, it's a pleasure to have you on here. And
Thank
so,
you,
of course, and let's just get the ball rolling. Like, how did you start, getting into your career of photography and videography? Like, where did that begin for you?
Oh, we right into it. Okay. Well, first, I want to give you your flowers. I was looking through your page, and I see how consistent you are on social media and everything.
Appreciate it.
I saw you took a break for a little bit, but then you came back with even higher quality.
Oh, yeah,
so, that's amazing, bro. So,
thank you.
Good work on that,
I really appreciate that.
Well, right into it. I got into photography around my sophomore year of high school. My granddad bought me my first camera, a little old Nikon, and I was just having fun with it, just shooting around the house. During Halloween, I was doing a bunch of little scary short films.
Okay.
And then I wanted some money. Because during lunch, you want to buy cookies and pizza.
Yeah,
I wanted some extra change. So I was all right, let me just ask some people who have a quinceañera to shoot their quinceañeras or birthday parties and stuff like that. And then I started really just making some money with it. So I started off like maybe making like $100 for doing a birthday party. Okay. But $100 in high school.
So what was your business name? Was it just like Stephan with the camera? Was it Steph with the cam? Like
no, it was STG Photography was my very first one. Striving Towards Greatness. That was like my group name in high school. Yeah. So it started off as that. Like I said, having $100 in high school, bro, you're a millionaire basically. That's 10,000 cookies at lunch. So I was living good. That's when I really noticed how much money can be made off of just doing photography alone.
And so with that early success you were making, of course, in high school, like from there, did you just want to like continue to do that? Like, did you end up going to college, or where did you go with that? Like, were you like 100% like, I'm gonna do photography? Like, I love it. I'm gonna do it, and boom.
That's a great question. I mean, I knew I was better than the norm when it came to photography right out of high school.
Yeah.
Because there was two main guys in my class, myself and a dude named Jesse Cologne. I went to Robert Morgan Educational High School. Probably nobody knows what that is.
I do not know where that is, but continue.
We had a TV production classroom, and we were always the top two guys who had the videos that were just like completely different from everybody else as far as the photography and videography. It's completely different from everybody else. So I was like, all right, let me actually start taking this more seriously.
Yeah.
So over the summer before I went to college, my parents put me in film school. And that, a lot of people don't know that. I was there for about 3 to 4 months. And it taught me all about like the behind the scenes of making a whole film. Yeah. And that actually allowed me to learn just how to be a professional in the film industry. And it also taught me I don't want to make movies. That's too much of a commitment. Because you have to spend years making just one movie. Yeah. I like to experience different things throughout my life, not just work on one project at one time. It's boring. Yeah. So after summer, after film school, I went into college. Obviously, I couldn't go to do film in college because my parents don't want that. My parents Haitian and black.
Of course, yep.
So my
doctor.
Yeah, doctor, lawyer. Yeah. And my brother was in computer science. So obviously I can't be the son that's going to do multimedia studies.
Can't be the alternative.
And especially not the FAU, bro. The camera. Because I went to the multimedia's table during, they had the little thing before in school. And my quality was above theirs already. So I was like, nah, I'm just going to finance, and finance will help me out somehow. And that's what I've been doing so far. No, I don't use my degree. That's the next question.
That was literally going to be my next question. Like, so have you been using your degree? Okay.
Yes and no. Like my statistics class was one of the best classes. I learned a lot from my statistics class. Entrepreneurship, of course, I learned like just little things, how to carry yourself. Communication skills, presentation skills. Any other class outside of that, kind of cheated my way through. Yeah. That's
it happens. You know, it happens. It happens. And going to college, finance was not really for you. You didn't have that that passion for it.
Yeah.
And so as soon as you graduated, or should I say during undergrad, during your college years, were you still doing shoots and where were those? How did those look like?
Nah, so I was thriving in college. So freshman year, sophomore year, partying nonstop. So I wasn't really shooting as much. But once I wanted to get more serious in photography and videography, I started reaching out to the organizations on campus, so like BSU, CSA, stuff like that. I was doing all of their events, their parties and stuff like that. So my name started to get a lot bigger around campus.
Facts.
Then I joined Progressive Black Men, so my name got a little bigger around campus. Yeah, shout out. Names got a lot bigger on campus, so I started doing more events. And then Kareem and Franklin Oconta from All Snap Media, they reached out to me. Yeah, so that was the first kind of team that we built together on campus. So I started doing a lot more shoots, and things started getting real serious. We were doing weddings, doing companies outside of the school. So I was like, all right, I can actually start doing this full time possibly. But I didn't quit my day jobs yet.
Of course.
And yeah, it just flourished from there. You want me to go into graduation?
Let's go straight into action.
Nah, go ahead.
Go straight into graduation, then boom. Oh, finance job or none. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm trying to make sure the timeline is correct.
Yeah.
So my junior to senior year of college, I worked on campus at an alumni center just doing marketing for them. And I got really bored, so I started looking at another job. And my first actual big boy job, you could say, because college jobs you can make max $8-9 an hour.
Facts.
That job offered me $15 an hour.
Work study.
Yeah. Facts. So that's my first big boy job, was at a place called Salt Chamber. I was a videographer getting paid $15 an hour. I thought I was living. $15 an hour in college, bro?
Back in 2014.
Hey, whoa. You're right. 2019, chill out, bro.
Yo,
2015 is crazy.
Excuse me, but
no. I was doing that for them. I was ordering hibachi every lunch, bro. I was living good. And Eating hibachi. So I was good. I was comfortable, I had my cubicle.
Yeah.
I was doing videos for them every now and then. That job taught me a lot as far as my manager was a micromanager. I hated it, but at the same time, he taught me about paying attention to the details when it comes to my videos, paying attention to what people are saying in the videos, product placement, and all that stuff. So grateful for that.
Yeah.
But once I started, as an entrepreneur, as a creative, I hate being in one space. So going to a cubicle every single morning was killing me.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I'm going to stay here, one, you're going to pay me more because I'm doing a lot more work than you want.
Facts.
And in order to keep myself happy, I'm going to need more money.
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah. So,
and so you would definitely say from that job and just that time period for you, of course, that kind of were basically you made the decision I do not want to put myself in a box and limit myself to working into a cubicle reporting. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
To some people, there's always more. You know what I'm saying? There's more you could do.
Yeah.
So
not even just more you can do. It's just it's just not for some people. I like to do something different. Not necessarily every day, but just always be working on something different.
Yeah.
And just going to the same place every single morning was killing me mentally. Facts. It was felt just draining my creativity. So yeah. I'm trying to think the transition before I go into the real part.
Just straight into now you done graduated. We're gonna fast forward.
Okay,
you done graduated now and
So what made me go full time is when I asked for that raise, the boss laughed in my face. That's what made me go full time. So it was that he laughed in my face. Let me not lie. He laughed in my face.
He's watching this video.
And then COVID hit. So he laughed in my face. I was like, all right, cool. I'm about to quit in a few. Then COVID hit.
Yeah.
I got fired.
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, okay, I guess I'm not about to go look for another job. Obviously, I couldn't look for another job.
Facts.
And that's I was like, all right, only thing I know how to do really is photo and video and max out on that. So I'd say that was my best year. Till this day, it was my best years. Most money I've ever made in that COVID year because everybody needed photo and video because nobody could be together. So, yeah, COVID really helped me. Sorry, I hate saying this, but COVID was one of my best years. Yeah.
Damn.
Weirdly enough, yeah.
I'm just trying to
everybody needed marketing.
I'm just I would say, so during that COVID period, like, what were the jobs, like, what were your bookings look like? What were the events that you were doing during that period? Because, you know, COVID, everybody was like, it's 5 feet away.
Yeah, so no events, obviously.
Yeah.
But as far as marketing for companies, so like drink brands, I was working with clothing brands, cosmetics brands. I don't have to be like up and close on a person. I always just wear a mask, and then we'll take off your mask for the shot, put it back on. So I was doing a lot of just branding shoots, and that's what kind of like took me off in the branding aspect of things. So COVID was a great time.
I did not.
Everybody
know
needed
that.
marketing, bro. We couldn't be together in the building, so they booked photographers, outsourced it.
Facts. Okay.
So it was great.
That's great. And so my follow-up question is, from that period, like from graduating since, how has like being a freelancer and entrepreneur been for you? How's that lifestyle? Because, you know, not the he said, damn.
I told you the good sides, bro.
Yeah.
There was definitely some downsides to it for sure.
Yeah.
Again, COVID. Nigga, like, yeah, it was one of my best seasons, but it was also like I was locked in the house. And as a creative, you start getting stagnant when you're locked in one place for so long.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was the ups and then there was the downs.
Of course.
Nigga was broke. Like my parents had to send me money. My brother had to send me money
Yeah.
because I was just out of it. I didn't feel like working. And I was down low, my boy. But that's really just what comes with entrepreneurship. And another thing you have to go into is just knowing what to do when you're going full time into your self-employed journey.
Yeah.
Like you go from having structure and somebody telling you what to do every day to working on your own, trying to figure out what you should be doing every day to progress in your business or in your lifestyle, you know? So that's the biggest transition, really, just learning how to structure yourself, because if you don't, you're just going to end up doing nothing. You're never going to progress.
That's great. And so, like, for yourself, what would you say is something like, I would say, like, you learned from that period that's keeping you afloat now? You know, all the downs, all those challenges, you learned from it, of course, and now you're like, you could avoid that. Like, what were some things you learned from that experience, like all the downs and those challenges?
I would say the main overall thing was that my income, which is good and bad, I'll get to the bad in a second. My income is strictly depends on me, like how I'm feeling, how I feel like performing. It's all determined on me. Like if I'm not at 100% mentally, it's quite literally directly affecting my bank account. So that's what I learned during that period. Like I have to control my emotions, control how I want to feel. Like I can't have days or weeks. I can have days. I can have weeks where I'm just like, I don't feel like working, because that quite literally directly ties into my bank account. Because when I'm on 100%, my bank account is great. Yeah. And seeing that fluctuation in your bank account, seeing that fluctuation in your emotions over time, like it gets kind of stressful when you're an entrepreneur. Yeah. You know, because like you're seeing like, damn, you start beating yourself up because you're realizing everything is a outcome of what you're doing. Immediately. You know,
the input you put is the output.
Yeah, like that's what really messes you up as an entrepreneur. It's really a mental battle that you have to work with and kind of get over.
So how do you keep yourself like afloat and like, you know, not try to, you know, not keep yourself down? It's always bring yourself up. Like, what are some things that you take time for yourself? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah, work-life balance. So like I mentioned before, having a structure, like you don't have to have a 9-to-5 structure for your days, but you can have like, okay, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., I'm going to work on my business. And then from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., I'm going to just go spend time with family, go play tennis, go work out, you know? But for me specifically now, the gym. The gym is what keeps me, you know, motivated. I start my day.
How much you bench? Let's just ask him right now. How much do you bench, brother?
Max?
Hit it.
305.
Oh,
yeah, it's not
this guy's
it's not lightweight around here. We work out for real.
Yeah, he's better than me though. I'm about to go. Hit the gym after this. Oh my god.
But yeah, man. So working out. I just started boxing now too.
That's
so
dope.
That's like just working out in general just helps me mentally so much. It helps me kick off my day. So I don't have. Once I power through the feeling of not wanting to go work out or not wanting to go to boxing and have to train myself, I know I can push myself through the rest of the day. You know, does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah. So stuff like that, and then also just spending time with friends, bro. Like that's another side of entrepreneurship. Just having the free time. Like, all right, if I know if I can knock out all my work, I have the freedom to literally go do whatever I want.
Facts.
You know. So yeah, that's a cool side.
Now, that's great to hear, and you know, so you're in a great mood. You could do these shoots and all that. And so, what does, you know, not the perfect shoot, but how do you execute, you know, the shoot? Like, what does the planning look like for Stephan? like planning the shoot? Like, what's that? What is the background? What's the stuff that people don't see? You know, we always see you behind the camera. All right, can you say? But what do we like? What's the things we don't see or we don't know?
Yeah. Well, it depends on the type of shoot first.
Okay.
Because obviously I do a lot of different types of shoots. Again, good and bad thing. Some people say niche down. Some people say do whatever you want. I'm on the side of do whatever you want.
Facts.
So, but if it's, let's just go branding because that's my main thing now.
Yeah.
So let's say a business reaches out or I reach out to them. I'll start off with if they reach out to me, right?
Yep.
The first thing I ask them is, hey, can we hop on a call? And then on that call, I'm asking everything about their business from name of business, why did you start your business, what separates your business from any other one that's in your field because there's no original businesses anymore. So I get all those nitty-gritty questions out the way so I can better understand their business overall.
Yeah.
And then that's when they rely on my creativity as a creative. Like, okay, now that I know everything about your business, I can use my creative mind to create a concept for your business and the plan for your business as far as photo or video, right? So that's typically how it works. And then from that process on, we plan a shooting date, gather models, and yeah, it's a whole process after that. But you get the rest.
So you guys, if you have a brand that you're trying to push out,
yeah,
establish that identity.
Yeah, 100%.
You know who to hit up.
100%.
You know. So no, that's great. That's for sure. And so, this is a fun question right here.
Talk to me.
What's like your perfect shoot? Like, what's the perfect location? Who's the person you want in the shoot? Like, what does that look like?
That I've done?
No, like for you, like your dream shoot. What's your dream shoot, Stephan?
Damn, bro. I do a lot of different types of shoots.
So okay. Oh my God. Okay. Choose like, your favorite style of shooting or like occasion, and then the scene, like the background, like the country. Well, let's do the setting. Choose the setting and choose either a person or the object or the possession or the item.
I'm gonna say
or the brand.
Generic kind of one. So it would be a collaboration between my love for travel videography and photography and branding. So if I get a shoot that's like MAC Cosmetics, like I said, I worked with them once before, but if I get like another shoot like that, but then it's a travel to like, I don't know, Abu Dhabi in the desert. We want to do a MAC Cosmetics shoot in the desert.
That sounds hard.
That would be dope.
Because I can see the colors.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
That would be amazing.
That would be
so
dope.
A shoot like that would be like the dream shoot. So I've done a lot of travel gigs. I've done a lot of travel work. And I've done a lot of branding work. Now it's like, let's bring them together. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Okay, that's dope. For me, I'm not a photographer, but or videographer, but I would want to be in L.A. somewhere in L.A. on top of a skyscraper. I don't know, guys. I don't know, something dope. Something dope.
Another thing about the camera, bro. I've been to so many places off the strength of the camera, bro. I love it.
And so, what would be some advice you would give to like a young photographer, videographer, like getting into their career?
Okay. Ooh, there's so much. So just talking from the fundamentals of like the skill of photography and videography standpoint, learn the basic three. ISO, f-stop, shutter speed.
Oh, say that again, because I'm learning something. I'm about to shoot after this. Go ahead.
ISO, f-stop, and shutter speed. When you master those three things, you're a much better photographer than about 70% of the population. Yeah, because you can literally take better photos on your iPhone if you know those three things. It's pretty simple stuff. But a lot of people don't know that. They just pick up the camera and putting it on auto and just hoping it comes out nice.
It's me putting my iPhone in portrait mode, thinking I'm about to take the best picture ever.
Yeah, stuff like that. Oh, so like that's really what separates you from most people. That's like 70%. You want to get 90% better than most people, you master lighting. As you can see in this room right now, you guys can't see, but there's lighting around it. There's a reason that it's all this lighting, That's how you get 90% better than most people. You master lighting, and then you want to get 100% better, storytelling. Yeah.
And what does that storytelling really entail? So just like small details in a picture, or of course the setting. What would be something like add on?
It's multiple aspects of it, right? It's like down to the composition of a photo, like how you're framing it, what angles you're taking. Why you're taking the photo in the first place, the setting, why is it at this location? Like, for example, if I'm doing a branding shoot for, I don't know, Levi's, if I'm going to shoot at a freaking dump, why am I shooting at a dump? Everything has to match. Like, if I'm shooting at a dump, then she has to have like a grudgy shirt on. Storytelling for a reason. That's what kind of separates you from most people, Yeah.
That's dope. For real. I'm about to take a iPhone shoot with my iPhone. And speaking of iPhone, and you know, the iPhone has a camera, of course. Does it matter the type of camera that you have when taking a shoot? Like what if I just decided to start my career off doing like off my iPhone? You know what I'm saying?
You can, honestly. With the new iPhones, you definitely can. But like I said, you can have the newest camera. Yeah. But if you don't know those 3 main things, I'm gonna win every time. Yeah. Like, if you don't know the lighting, if you don't know composition, you don't know those 3. You got the big 3. You don't know the big 3. I can have a Nokia, and you can have the newest camera in the world. If you don't know those things, it doesn't matter. Yeah. You know, so the camera doesn't matter to a certain extent. If you let's say both sides know the fundamentals, then yeah, the camera starts to matter, obviously. You start dealing with higher end clients, you want the newest, better quality, that's when it starts mattering.
Facts. Okay.
So, yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. Another question. What is it? It just hit me. I mean,
just so I'm having a brain quite literally anything, bro.
No, I just had one. I
literally have a lot of experiences, brother. You can ask me anything.
Oh, speaking of, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Take your time. Yeah.
He said experiences. That was the one that clicked. Tell me one of your worst, like
worst,
or like we'll keep it PG-13, or we'll keep it PG-13. Okay, you guys.
Those wasn't the worst.
Who cares?
Cool.
Okay, then whatever, man. You tell us your worst,
easy.
Photographer, videographer experience.
Damn, I'm trying to shorten the story. Basically, I was working with
Don't say
right.
Yeah, don't throw nobody under the bus.
I might have to though. Nah. I was working with a branch of a specific school. Okay. And the head person of that branch of the school. Am I making sense so far?
Right? You're working for...
I'm just gonna say it, bro. So I was working with the dentistry program of a specific school.
Oh yeah.
And the head person, let's just call him.
Okay.
Bob. His name was Muhammad. I'm just gonna say it. His name was Muhammad.
Okay. So, there's a lot of Mohammeds out here. So
it was exactly. We're good. So basically, he hit me up very last minute, and I reached a point where like I can decipher what bookings I want to take and which ones I don't. And this one, when he called me very last minute, because it was like Tuesday, he's like, I want to shoot on Thursday. I was like, in my gut, I was like, no, rushed. I'm not doing this. Yep. And he was asking for a lot. He's like, oh, I have a guy coming from Dubai. One of my guys in dentistry coming from Dubai, and he wants to start in Miami, then get his shoot from start in Miami, then shoot at NSU because he's doing a lecture there. He wanted a whole lot. Yeah. I'm like, my gut's telling me I'm not gonna like this, but let's get this money. Worst decision I ever made. Worst decision I ever made.
Don't do it for the money.
Absolute terrible client, bro. Oh my God. So I got to Miami. He was 3 hours late already, so that ruined my.
3 hours late is kind of crazy.
3 hours late. It is crazy. Then I'm just gonna skip the whole middle part. Basically, I was supposed to shoot from like let's say 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Their lecture at NSU didn't start till 6 p.m. So I was like, look, I can only stay for another like max hour and a half, 2 hours.
Facts.
Ended up staying till 9 p.m. So extra 3 hours, right? I was like, took it to the chin, whatever.
Gave it grace.
Yeah, gave it grace. So sent him the video. Beautiful video. I showed my partner videographers. They was loving it. Like, oh wow, you did all this for a dentist? Come back, blowing my phone up. Hey, we hate the video. I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Now everybody's gonna like the video you produce. What do you like to change? He's like, oh, I don't like the way my face looks in this. It was the type of revisions, and like I don't like the way I look, or I look boring in this, or stuff like that.
It's not my best side. That's not the best thing.
Yeah, those type of revisions. I was like, damn. I can replace those shots, but at a certain time, at a certain extent, there's not much I can do about how you look. Yeah. In a video, you know.
We can alter.
I'm changing things around, and then he liked one. He's like, all right, perfect. This is perfect. Another 2 hours later, can we change this? Can we change this? Can we change this? And then it got to the point where I was like, you know what? Unfortunately, it was like 3 days of him just asking for revisions. I was like, unfortunately, I can no longer move on with this. And then that turned into like, oh, we're not gonna pay you then because I messed up too. Yeah, I never asked him for a deposit. Rookie mistake. Never asked him for a deposit because it was last minute. I was like, oh no, you guys can just pay the full thing on the day of.
You live and you learn.
Yeah, live and learn. They asked for a deposit. There was no like contract set in place. Rookie mistakes all around. So never got paid for that shoot, and I had to deal with the worst client ever. Damn. Yeah, $700 just out the window. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Worst client ever.
And I know I know that's the worst too when they're like, bro, can you just make me look a little? Can you fix my face? I have a pimple here. Can you remove that pimple?
Right, and I can do some of those things to a certain extent.
Smother.
And I have no problem doing those things.
Yeah.
But when it starts getting to the point, like, now you're just watching a video over and over and over, and you're trying to
And
find little things,
Mhm.
that's when it becomes a problem. Because now you don't even care about the video anymore. Like,
They're more focused on themselves at this point and how they are like presented in the video.
Exactly.
Not the whole video, how they're presented to the video.
so at that point, it's like, it's no longer me, it's you.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's how you break up to a client, you guys. It's not me, it's
you.
And seek help.
Yeah, so it was one of those moments. Like, I'm a very patient guy. Like,
Yeah.
if you ask me to fix certain things, no hesitation, bro. I don't charge no like re-edit fees, nothing like that. I'll fix it if it can be fixed. But things like that, nah, bro. Yeah.
And I would definitely assume that's like definitely one of many pet peeves a photographer, videographer have. So I'm just gonna ask you what's like some of your pet peeves as a videographer and photographer?
I don't have many, but as a photographer, I have a few. But as a videographer, no, I don't have many. As far as videography, like if you're asking for edits that are kind of like minuscule, like, oh, I don't like the way my hair looks in this shot. I have one straight hair sticking out, like, bro. So stuff like that. But on photography standpoint, there's a few things that like, all photographers can agree on.
Say it.
So,
run it down.
Oh, video too. I'll start with video at an event. If I'm have a whole rig, obviously, the common person doesn't know this, but if I have a whole rig on my camera, I'm moving around like this, and then the one person in the wedding asks like, hey, can I get a photo? I'm like, like, yes, I quite literally could take this photo, but the amount of work it would take me to take the photo that you'll more than likely never see.
Yup.
That is one of the big pet peeves. Photo shoots, if I'm at a photo shoot and one of the friends on the sideline, like, oh, girl, he can just Photoshop that. Biggest pet peeve in the world. That is the most frustrating thing in the world.
He could animate. He could, do some type of animation on the photo, right? You know what I'm saying?
It would quite literally be the girl's shirt is ripped open right here. Girl, don't worry, he can Photoshop that.
Put a cloth over it, right?
Come on, bro. It's like things that you can fix before the shoot so we don't have to do as much work afterwards. That's one of the big pet peeves. But other than that, no, I think that's pretty much it. As long as the friends and entourage that you bring are cool, everything's pretty smooth.
Okay.
Or the parents be something else sometimes. Yeah, there's always that one mom who'd be over your shoulder like this on every photo.
They're like,
don't say like that.
No, not the his shoulder. Just point out something's going on wrong,
bro. Always something. Yeah. Other than that, no, not too many pet peeves. I'm a very patient guy, man. So all like awkward situations are like where somebody tries to show a little bit of attitude, I immediately just cancel it with by making them laugh. So yeah.
Okay. So he's comedic too. Okay, solid. He has some sense of humor.
Yeah,
love
bro.
Love that.
Have to. Can't let them stress me out.
Facts. All right. For sure. And so, if somebody were to look for you, like how if somebody wanted to collab with you, work with you, how or what would be the best way for them to work with Stephan?
Yeah. Instagram, Stephan_Reese, STEPHAN_Reese, REESE. My website, Stephan D. Reese. Just spelled it out for you. There you go. I'm not gonna give my phone number. That's crazy. But yeah, those are 2 ways you can reach me.
Just find them on Instagram and shoot your shot from there.
Yeah. And I'm always open to collab. Slow down. I'm open to collab if it's beneficial for both of us, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, for sure. And my last question is, why should people care about your business, about you? Why should people want to work with you?
Book me if you like my style of work, man. I don't think I'm any better than any other photographer out there or any other videographer, but I have my own style of work, and if that's the style that you're looking for your business or even your personal self, like even your person, book me. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, I have better quality, I have better this. Yep. Anybody can have the quality I have, but they can't match the style of video that I put out or the art that I put out.
Yeah. Okay, for sure. So that being said, I low-key have another question.
Go ahead.
I just want to see, like, how's the whole photography or videography culture like in South Florida that you can how's that?
No, that's amazing, bro. There's zero competition, well, that I've seen on my end and within my circle. There's zero competition in the photo industry down here. Like, it's all like, oh, how can I help you out? How can I help you out? Yeah, there's some people who try to take who are kind of stingy with clients per se, but all the photographers within my circle or within the Broward community and Miami community, it's always like, oh, if I'm not available, cool, I'll just throw you this one, or let's work together on this if I know you're better at this kind of shoot. It's an amazing community down here, especially in Broward. It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah,
We love to hear it. And so with that being said, you guys, I want to give a round of applause. Time to go crazy. To Stephan, Reese for coming on the podcast. I really appreciate you for your time as well. And of course, I appreciate the work that you do. He did my graduation photo shoot, yeah, boy. So you already know that boy, thebond.com.
Yes, sir.
You know when that season comes, grad season. You know, summertime about to come through. Summer grads, you already know who to hit up.
Yes, sir.
With the promo, quick promo. But yeah, so appreciate you for coming on board. Definitely. Maybe have you as a regular guest.
That's cool.
Hey, to talk it out. You know what I'm saying?
That's
There's
cool.
some
I got
point of view
plenty of gems,
perspectives.
bro. We didn't hit it too
Facts.
crazy, so yeah, I got plenty of gems to give out, bro.
So definitely appreciate that, you guys. And if you guys haven't already, like and subscribe to the Serious Podcast. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Music as well. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram, Serious Podcast. And we are out.